Hey guys, it's ItsSMOGONdevo back at it with some more battles. We're going to be continuing the freestyle series over here. Won the last game, looking good on this game too. This is going to be the third battle. There's only one more after this. I don't have a whole lot to say this time. I hope you guys are enjoying the freestyle series. So we're just going to go ahead and move on to the actual team preview and then jump straight into the battles and not waste too much time this time around. So let's go check that out now. Alright, well here's his team. He's running a Venusaur, Skarmory, Deoxys, Lantern, Azu, and Sableye. So when I was looking at his team, I was really tempted to lead Umbreon because Umbreon leads really well against everything on his team. If it doesn't beat it, it's going to tie or very narrowly lose. So I really like that at the first glance. But the more I looked at it, I realized Haunter also had very similar matchups, but where Umbreon would be tying or narrowly losing, Haunter could likely pull off the win. So I really started to like Haunter more as I continued to look at his team. Yeah, so with Haunter, I was kind of still a little unsettled versus his Sableye, but otherwise Haunter could pretty much beat anything on his team. So I was looking for something to handle that Sableye. I was thinking I would try to pull off Altoria there because I knew it could win for sure. But then with Altoria, I started to worry about his Azu and his Skarmory as well. So Probopass to me seemed like the appropriate answer there. So I decided on Probopass, and then I realized it even covers, the Altoria even covers Probopass's weakness to Deoxys as well as Haunter. So it seemed like a really good option to me. I wanted to test out the Haunter lead here, because I hadn't really played with it as a lead, but I wanted to not be as predictable. I didn't really want to save it in the middle like I had been in my past videos. I wanted to be a little different and throw my opponent off with that strategy. So I knew for sure I was going to lead it, and then I just decided to stick Altoria and Probopass in the back, really hoping that he wouldn't lead Sableye. So let's go ahead and jump into these battles then, and we'll check out how my strategy paid off. Alright, so here we are with the battles. Decided to stick to my guns and go with that Haunter lead with Altoria and Probo in the back. I was really hoping you wouldn't lead Sableye, but had he chose to do that, I would have some kind of switch out with Altoria and Probopass, and then I could just save my Haunter. But we lead Haunter into Skarm, which is also a pretty unfortunate matchup if the Skarm decides to shield twice. So I build to this Shadow Ball. I have to shield this move coming in. I actually goofed right here. I thought my Shadow Ball was on the right side, so I meant to Shadow Punch here and get a shield, but I made a mistake, and he shields it unfortunately for me. It's alright, I lose the bait, so now I try to get off this Shadow Punch right here. If he shielded twice, I would have been at a very bad position, but he chose to take the hit, which is good for me. Gonna let Haunter go down. I know he's gonna launch a Sky Attack, so I switch into Probo right away, because it can easily tank these Sky Attacks. So I'll shrug that off like it's nothing and try to chip down the Skarm a bit. He doesn't switch it out, so I get to farm a slight bit of energy now. Yeah, I'm really liking Probopass. It's incredibly tanky. He brings out Venusaur, which isn't the greatest for me. So I want to try to do some chip or burn a shield, so I go straight for this Rock Slide. He doesn't shield it, which is cool. I decide to try to build to another Rock Slide here, hoping to get him to burn a shield at least. He does shield it, so then I can switch to Altoria. Luckily for me, I'm not going to burn my final shield here, because I know I can take a Sludge Bomb, and I don't really want to fall for a Frenzy Plant bait. But now he will switch out that Venusaur into Lantern. He has no shield, so Altoria can launch this Dragon Pulse. I kind of thought Dragon Pulse would do a bit more damage than that, but it doesn't. No problem. I'm going to shield this move coming in and then just chip down his Lantern with fast moves. And then I should be able to build to a Sky Attack just to finish off that Venusaur in the back. So Lantern goes down to Dragon Breath, and then we can launch out this Sky Attack into the Venusaur coming in. And we'll take that first match. So going into game 2, I really liked the team I had, so I figured I would just go in with the exact same combination. Yeah, sometimes when I win a match, I like to just go with what I had before, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? it's going to take a lot more legwork for the opponent to try to counter you, and then they also have kind of the thought in the back of their head, what if he doesn't change? So decided just to use the same lineup there. And it pays off because we actually lead Haunter into Deoxys. So this is a really good matchup for me. I'm going to farm him as much as I can. He switches out, so I'll go for a Shadow Punch, trying to draw a shield. Lantern doesn't let me get the shield, so I'll switch out to Altair. Do the same thing I did in the last game, burn him down with Dragon Breath damage. Tank that Thunderbolt no problem. I knew I could even take a Hydro Pump at this point. Didn't want to use any charge moves, so I continue burning him down with Dragon Breath, and it got really close. He almost got a Thunderbolt, I believe. But now I have a ton of energy on my Altaria, so I'm just waiting to see what he brings in. Decide to go for this Sky Attack, and it was the Skarmory. So I'm just going to try to chip it down as much as I can. I go Dragon Pulse, but I probably should have just continued with Sky Attacks. Just wanted to get as much damage as I could. I figured he wouldn't burn a shield here. So we keep going, and then we get another Sky Attack over here. He still decides not to shield it, so at this point I'm not going to burn any shields. Let Alt go down and bring in Probopass to farm away the last little bit of that Skarmory. Accidentally switched to Haunter, but it is able to knock out the Skarmory and get a bit of energy, so I guess that worked out. Burn that final shield, or rather that first shield. Now I'm going to block this Psycho Boost coming in. Build up some more energy, go for a Shadow Punch. Gonna force him to burn his final shield. Still have one in the back, which is great for me, so I just have to build to the Shadow Punch. I'll shield Deoxys' Psycho Boost coming in again. And then I can get to this final Shadow Punch and take out the Deoxys. It's going to be just enough to knock it out, and then we'll take the second game. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed those battles. I said 2-0 record, but I actually meant to say a 3-0 record, so that's really good for me. Yeah, so we take it. We're 3-0 now in the tournament. Really exciting. I do happen to really like this team. You saw Haunter putting in work yet again. Excellent Pokemon. Yeah, let me know how you guys are enjoying this Freestyle series. I still find it pretty fun myself. It's interesting to say the least, especially when you're doing Rainbow Cup battles pretty much 24/7. This is a nice kind of diversion. You get to experience a few Pokemon you might not get to see otherwise, like Deoxys. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I hope you guys are too. Let me know what you think. That's going to be it for me for this time. Don't forget to leave a comment, drop a like, and subscribe to my channel. Take care for now.